Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pero dun sa report ni Colonel Asierto, at lagi niyang sinasabi sa atin na meron siyang intelligence report against Michael Yang. Hindi ba niya sinare sa iyo yung information na, yung intel na yan?
Yun nga ang problema sa kanya, Mr. Chair. Kasi during the time na magkasama kami, wala namang Michael Yang kami.
Kasi if it was a joint operation, sabi niya may Michael Yang, sabi mo wala. Kaya napakahirap timbangin kung ano ba yung rito issue. But we will get to that more comprehensively in the next probably hearing, no?
Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang pong sabihin kay Mr. Wilk, the last hearing that we had, nung sinasabi niya yung tungkol sa buhay mo, Mr. Wilkin, ako nagsalita, no? Di ba? Nasigawan pa nga kita sapagkat hindi mo naman sinasabi yung tungkol sa buhay mo Pinagtatanggol mo si Michael Yang. Kita mo, tinan mo ugali mo. May ugali ka pang hindi maganda rito. Hindi mo kinakailangang magkaroon ng ganyang ugali. Sinasabi ko lang sa iyo ang totoo. At the time that you were actually telling us who you are and your family, you mentioned Michael Yang and you even protected him. Yun ang nakalagay. If you want, we could be able to get the record para makita dyan, malaman natin. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Okay, salamat, Congressman Abante. Yun lang, no? It still remains a puzzle to most of us, considering that merong joint operation, pero yung side ni Colonel Asierto, meron siyang intel against Michael Yang, and on the side of PIDEA, where most of it are your team, no? Team, kasama mo yun, pati si Carillo, kayo nagsisurveillance kay Mr. Alan C. Doon sa surveillance nyo kay Alan C., sinabi mismo ng asawa ni Alan C. na madalas silang pumupunta sa DCLA, kausap si Michael Yang. Pero sa inyong report, wala yun. Sige, please respond to that and then we will ask the next interpellator. Sige, yes, General
Ito na nga
Wilkins.
kasi, Mr. Chair. Kasama ng team ko yung EDSOT. Kung alam ni Asierto na merong Michael Yang, si Michael Yang makikita lang sa DCLA, Mr. Chair. Hindi naman nagtatago si Michael Yang during that time. Lumabas, Mr. Chair, si Michael Yang 2016. And so, sa akin, wala akong idea na involved si Michael Yang doon.
Pero hindi na share sa iyo ni Colonel Asierto.
Wala, Mr. Chair.
So walang exchange of information kayo.
On that Dumoy clandestine laboratory operation, Mr. Chair, ang target lang is Johnson Chua, Alan C., and Alex Kim, Mr. Chair. Kung merong Michael Yang, Mr. Chair, na i-share dapat si Asierto, ang daling kunin sa ang daling puntahan sa DCLA.
Hindi, kasi like example, no, ito si Alan C., Chinese citizen ito. Dumayo ng Pilipinas, napunta ng Davao. Ang kausap, mga Chinese. So definitely, if Alan C. Is a drug lord, maaaring ang mga kausap niya sa Pilipinas na Chinese din, ay maaaring may involvement sa kanyang negosyo. And I'm sure nasagi nyo yan o natisod nyo yan sa inyong intel. It's just that it's still a puzzle to us kung bakit hindi lumalabas ang pangalang Michael Yang sa side mo. Pero sa side ng ka-joint operations mo, ay lumalabas. So again, kagaya ng nasabi ko kanina, we will discuss that, deliberate on that in the next Quadcom hearing. And I hope you will still be here to cooperate with us, General Wilkins.
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to share my observation in connection with what you said.
Okay,
no
short
questions,
observation.
just observation lang.
And then we now move to Congressman Ernix Junicio. Sige, Congressman Kit.
Yes, sir. Yes, because I also questioned Director Wilkins about it before. And he mentioned nga na they picked up 11 other Chinese persons who were living right next to Alan C. Living lang. No? Nakatira lang doon sa apartments right next to Alan C. They picked them up because they were considered persons of interest. Just because they were living right next to Alan C. Now the question is, why wouldn't you go and question Michael Yang if Michael Yang was a business partner of Alan C? Pinick up mo nga yung mga kapitbahay lang na Chinese din. Bakit hindi mo man lang questionin yung Michael Yang na pinupuntahan, sabi ni Jed C, pinupuntahan nila, kinakausap nila. Yun nga that's what's boggling me kasi pinick up mo yung 11 others who are just residents and residing near Alan C. Yet hindi mo pinick up yung taong kausap nila at kanegosyo nila. Yan si Michael Yang. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Kit. Can we show a picture of the Secretariat? Paki-flash mo nga yung picture, papa-identifyin muna natin kay ano. Miss Jed Pilapilsi, kilala mo ba yan? Ayun, sa likod. Ayun. Ito, sa harapan mo. Ito.
Yung mukha niya po, parang almost the same, parang ganyan. Kaya lang kasi yung picture niya,
Kanino?
parang madumi, ano ba yan?
Kaninong mukha yan?
Yan si Johnson Chua po.
Okay, Johnson Chua. Okay, sige, salamat. Thank you, hindi yan madumi. Luma lang yung picture. Okay, sige, thank you. Next, we'd like to acknowledge...
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, is the SDS...
Meron lang akong kay General Wilkins. General Wilkins, nung dinetain niyo po si Jed, meron po kayong warrant of arrest?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Ano po ang basihan niyo? Bakit niyo ikinulong?
Hindi naman kinulong, Mr. Chair. She was invited for interview.
She was invited, but after the interview, ba't di niyo po pinalabas? Ano po ang basihan niyo? Bakit hindi niyo binalik?
Yun nga, Mr. Chair. I cannot, since it's already delegated to my investigator, hindi ko alam na kung ilang araw ba siya doon. Basta ang instruction ko is to conduct interview on Jed Pilapil because talagang person of interest siya, Mr. Chair. As to detaining her, no personal knowledge ako, Mr. Chair. Kasi magpa-follow up operation kami doon, Mr. Chair. During that time, we are busy conducting follow-up investigation and operation on other sites. Kung nasaan na ando ng mga warehouses, Mr. Chair.
DG, ikaw ang head of the agency. Kailangan po alam nyo yun. Diba? So, kung yung mga subordinate nyo, in-interrogate siya, you will approve it. Kasi, hindi ho pa biro-biro to kasi kanina pa ako nakikinig. Kasi si Jed, si Ma'am Jed, nakulong siya na walang warrant of arrest. Parang kidnapping po ang ginawa nyo Parang ganyan nakikita ko kung walang warrant of arrest kung hindi nyo binalik si Ma'am Jed.
I believe, Mr. Chair, hindi naman siya nakulong for... Hindi ko alam, Mr. Chair. I don't have the knowledge Kaya hindi kita masagot, Mr. Chair Hindi ko alam kung ilang araw ba siyang nakulong doon, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, can I
Yes, Congressman Ako, with the indulgence of SDS Gonzales.
General Wilkins, si Madam Jed Pilapilsi ay 2 beses na kinuha ng PDEA. If I remember it right. One, when you went to the apartment, kinuha siya. And in January 4, 2005, pinuntahan ulit siya at kinuha ninyo siya. And after that, hindi na siya nakalabas. Yun ang katotohanan. And it is on record ng PDEA blatter na binabasa ko. And I do not know the reason why. You do not know. Parehas tayo nanggaling sa police, di ba? You are more ranking than Colonel Asierto. Tama?
Pareho lang kami nun, Mr. Chair.
Pero yung issue ay drugs. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And pursuant to the law, lahat ng operation ng police tungkol sa illegal drugs, it should be coordinated with PIDEA. Pursuant to the law. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So in other words, sa joint operation na binabanggit mo, ikaw ang overall ground commander.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And you are the one responsible for what your men will do and will not do. Tama?
Yes, Mr.
Under
Chair.
the principle of command responsibility. O bakit
Yes.
dinideny mo ngayon na hindi mo alam? You should accept responsibility for all the things that your people did outside the bounds of law. Di ba? Turo sa atin yan eh. And now, here, naririnig ko yung sagot mo kay SDS. You do not know anything about it. Inihuhulog mo na yung mga tao mo. And that is not supposed to be the case for a commander. Di ba? Kaya sagutin mo si Juan, si SDS ng tama. You are the overall commander of the joint operation. Kung ano man ang mali doon, sagot mo dapat. Kasi ikaw ang commander eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, answer the questions of the SDS properly. Kasi nagtataka ako. Parehas tayo ng pinanggalingan. Pero hindi ganyan yung pagkaturo sa akin. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Acop. With the indulgence again of Congressman
Okay, I will give the floor to Chairman
Okay,
Taraps.
Congressman Paduano, you are recognized.
Chairman, anyway, naunahan lang ako ni Chairman Acop. Kasi, General Wilkins, eto, last warning ko sa iyo sa nangyari, you're lying. Gusto mo i-cite ko na? Paano-ano pa yung mukha mo eh? You're not respecting this committee. And I warn you, this will be the last. Kanina nang tinatanong kita, akala mo hindi kita babalikan? Now you admit that it's all about your command responsibility. Well, in fact, magtuturuan na, aserto, dinideny mo. Of course, your words against the words of aserto. Now, eto si Jed. Did you really interrogate personally, Jed Hilapel?
Yun nga, Mr. Chair, hindi ko kasi maalala na nakinausap ko siya. Basta ang alam ko, nasa opisina siya, Mr. Chair.
Ayun
And
yung
I
problema.
don't lie, Mr. Chair.
You're not lying, you lie. Just a few minutes ago. Sa harap ko. Sinabi mo na that authority was delegated to your personnel.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Nung tinanong ka ni Chairman Acop, inamin mo. Question of command responsibility. Are you not lying?
No, Mr. Chair.
Also, Mr. Chairman, with that, I move to cite in contempt General Wilkins. Pasensyahan po tayo dito. In violation of Section C, Section 11, letter C, of our rules. So move, Mr. Chairman. Pinagbigyan na kita. Yun pa ang sagot mo?
There is a motion to cite in contempt General Wilkins Villanueva for violating Section 11, paragraph C, refusal to answer relevant questions from the committee. This was duly seconded. And do I hear any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Chairman, can I move for 1 minute suspension?
1 minute suspension. Hearing is resumed. The parliamentary status is that the chair just ruled on a motion to cite in contempt General Wilkins Villanueva. And this was duly seconded, and there was no objections recorded, and the motion was carried. But in a huddle between my co-chairs, we were discussing as to where we will detain General Wilkins Villanueva to serve the contempt order by this committee. But before that, our senior deputy speaker has signified his intention to make a manifestation. So at this point, I'd like to recognize Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales for his manifestation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, because the question emanates from my part, because I'm asking DG Wilkins about the warrant of arrest, and he did not answer. And I give the floor to Congressman Acop, and then followed by Congressman Aduano. Well, that's why I asked for a 1-minute suspension, if they will serve the contempt now, or maybe because in the spirit of Christmas, it's holiday, you're here. And I give the floor to General Acop, Congressman Acop.
Congressman Acop, what is the pleasure of Congressman Acop?
May I make some minor amendment to the motion, Mr. Chair?
Please continue.
Since we have ruled that General Wilkins Villanueva to be cited in contempt, may I move that the serving of the penalty of contempt will be served when we come back after the holiday seasons in January. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion as stated. Are there any second?
Mr. Chairman, before we rule, because it is seconded, may we ask some members? What? Nobody seconded.
Is there a second? So the motion of Congressman Acop is to implement the contempt order of General Villanueva after the holidays. Is this the amendment to the motion?
No, I would like to second the motion. You know, I believe in the spirit of Christmas, and I'm not even a Christian. So, in the spirit of your forgiveness, a season of forgiveness, I would go with the motion of General Acop.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Adjong. There was a second. Any objection? Hearing none, hearing no objections, the motion is carried. The serving of the detention of General Wilkins Villanueva as a result of the contempt order by this committee will be implemented when we resume the Quadcom hearing in January of 2025. So now to continue.
Mr. Chairman, just for clarification, I will not object to the amendments to the motion by this representation. But when you say resumption of the Quadcom, the hearing, or the resumption of session?
The resumption of the next scheduled Quadcom hearing, which we will determine before the opening of or the resumption of our session in January, on January 12th.
I think, Mr. Chairman, it's just, in a way, it's a compromise, no? What we have done is a compromise, but I think it's mas maganda pa po kasing schedule for the next hearing of Quadcom will be set pa upon resumption. I think upon resumption, Mr. Chairman.
When you mean
January 13, because the resumption of Congress is January 13.
Congress will go on break on December 19. And we will resume on January 13, 2025. So the detention of General Villanueva will take effect on January 13. Is that
Yes, Mr. Chairman, to have a specific date and siguro naman mahaba na yung bakasyon na yun.
Okay. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is carried. So, Comsec, please take note of the motions, amended motion that was adopted by the committee. So now we continue with our interpellations. The next to interpellate is Congressman Ernix Junicio. You have 10 minutes.
Mr. Chair, sorry, kanino na po ba tayo, Mr. Chair?
You
we
can
proceed?
ask anyone, any member who
Yes.
wishes to interpret can ask anybody.
Thank you, Mr.
Chair.
Chair. We are here, actually pumunta ako ngayong araw na to, Mr. Chair, para dun sa manifestation na binanggit ko noong nakaraan na hearing, Mr. Chair, regarding the case of a dear friend of mine who was killed through an EJK. He's an EJK victim, Delphine Britannico, Your Honor. The brother, which is also a close friend of mine, Mr. Salvador Britannico, is here. I hope, Mr. Chair, that we could give him some leeway and a little bit of time just to tell us the story of the death of his brother, Mr. Chair.
Did you prepare a statement, Mr. Britannico?
Mr. Chair, I did prepare a brief statement. Mr. Chair.
So brief, meaning
Very
brief.
brief.
Okay, I just
Statement,
wanted to
probably
emphasize
5
it's a
minutes.
brief statement.
Yes,
Yes, you may
Mr.
do so. Please proceed.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Maayong hapon sa tanan. Una po sa lahat, nagpapasalamat po ang aking pamilya, kabilang ang aking mga magulang na si dating Congressman Buddy Britannico, dating Assemblyman rin po, at Dr. Alita Britannico sa pagkakataon binigay ng House of Representatives Quad Committee upang maibahagi ang nangyari sa nakababata kong kapatid na si Delphine Celestial Britannico sa Iloilo City noong January 19, 2020. Mamaya po may video, pero ito po yung picture ng kapatid ko po para medyo makilala po ng committee. Si Del po ay isang napakabuting anak, asawa, ama, kapatid, kaibigan at Pilipino. Lumaki po siyang inasa sa isip at isinasagawa kung paano makatulong at maging makatarungan sa kapwa. Yung kapatid ko pong si Del ay naging collateral damage sa sinasabing war on drugs at ng mga naibabalitang extrajudicial killings o EG case. Isa po siyang inosenteng, pribadong tao na walang pakundangan pinatay ng mga pulis na nadiskubring nanggaling sa isang extrajudicial killing operation. Gusto po namin ibahagi ang nangyari kay Del upang po makatulong sa bansa, sa Quadcom at sa iba pang mga ahensya sa kanilang pag-imbestiga sa mga EG case at sa mga sangkot dito. Gusto po naming patibayin ang batas upang maiwasan ang pangyayaring gaya ng pagpatay kay Del at sa napakarami pang iba. Makatulong rin ang pagpapalakas ng checks and balances sa mga sangay ng gobyerno sa aspeto ng law enforcement at pagpalakas ng kakayahan ng gobyerno magproseso ng forensic evidence sa pag-imbestiga sa mga krimen. Narinig po namin sa isang nakaraan hearing ang pahayag na arong is arong. Sana po ito ay hindi lang salita at ang gumawa ng mali ay tunay na managot. Narinig po namin ang pahayag, the end does not justify the means. Kami po ay sang-ayon dito. Maraming mga Pilipinong pinaslang. Maraming nadamay. Kabilang po doon si Del, hindi na po mababalik ang kapatid ko, hindi po dapat mangyari ito at hindi din dapat mangyari sa iba. Lahat po tayo ay Pilipino. Mali po ang pagpaslang sa tao ng labag sa batas. Patuloy po naming hinahangad ang hostisya para kay Del. Umaasa po kami sa tulong ng Quadcom na mahikayat ang DOJ, Department of Justice, liderato ng PNP pati na rin ng Internal Affairs Service, NBI at iba pang ahensya ng gobyerno para maresolba ang kaso ni Del. Maraming salamat po, Chairman Ace Barbers, SDS Gonzales, the co-chairman of the Quadcom, kay Congressman Ernix Junicio, na unang nabanggit ng kaso ni Del sa Quadcom at sa lahat po ng miyembro ng Quadcom. May video po yata na prepare tungkol po sa nangyari po sa kapatid ko. Tapos pwede ko pong ibahagi po ang karagdagan detalye pagkatapos po. Yes, share a few details, Mr. Chair. My brother Delphine was murdered by being shot 8 times outside his village in Prime Estates in Barangay Nabitasan, La Paz, Iloilo City at around 12:20 to 12:30 p.m. on January 19, 2020. This was while he was taking his motorcycle out for a Sunday ride when he came across a group of men who just carried out an EJK operation against call center agent and alleged drug list target Alain Muller in Barangay Cuartero, Haro, Iloilo City about 20 minutes earlier. Del came across a group of men parked right outside his village who were stripping their getaway car of identifying marks. Del was supposedly calling her his wife and taking pictures, and this was when they killed Del and took his phone to hide their tracks. One of the suspects, the person identified to have rented the gray Mitsubishi Adventure used in both killings, Police Corporal Joseph Andrew Joven, eventually surrendered to the NBI Webro West Visayas Regional Office on June 5, 2020 after charges had been filed by the NBI Death Investigation Division against Joven, a Police Corporal Jerry Villanueva, and 2 other John Does on May 29, 2020. Subsequently, Police Corporal Joven admitted on video on 2 separate occasions and on other instances that he was the driver of the vehicle in both murders and that his group took orders from their then commanding officer, Iloilo City Police Office Director Colonel Martin Defensor, for the extrajudicial killing of Alain Muller and other targets. Joven had earlier shared the same narration of events to the NBI DID. Joven identified fellow police officers Ricardo Morante, Vernilio Escorial as the gunmen in the murder of Alain Muller and of my brother Delphine Britannico. According to Joven, also in the vehicle were City Drug Enforcement Unit police officers Michael Dimihilio de Felipe and Freddy Liboon. Joven narrated that the alleged drug subject, Alain Muller, who was a surrenderee, was a level 1 target and had a 50,000 reward for his killing. Joven further confessed that since his transfer to the Special Ops team in September 2019, he had participated in 3 other EGKs with other police officers, including Police Sergeant Melbert Orculio Nino, Police Sergeant Rodel Paulan, Police Sergeant Denay Riccia. Joven confessed that these killings had been first under the command of a Lieutenant Colonel Godfrey Buslotan, then directly under the orders of the ICPO Chief of Police, Colonel Martin Defensor Jr. Those 3 other extra EGKs were of Roy Goco in Barangay Rizal, Lapus, Iloilo City, killed on September 18, 2019, by Nino, who was driven by Paulan, with Escorial and Joven as backup. The second one, Felix Argenal Jr., was killed in Barangay Takas, Haro, Iloilo City, killed on October 18, 2019, by Escorial, who was driven by Joven, with Morante and Paulan as backup. And the last, before my brother was killed, the last EGK was on Kagawad Virgilio, Coronado Soledad, in Poblacion, Leganes, Iloilo, killed on December 26, 2019 by Escorial with Joven, Morante, and Paulan accompanying them. On this last killing, Joven confessed that his group received on 100,000 from Colonel Martin Defensor Jr. for the killings of Kagawad Soledad, and that this was given to them at Defensor's office in the ICPO headquarters. Joven claimed that then Colonel Defensor gave him sums of money ranging from 5,000 to 50,000 and advised him to hide after the killing of Del. Also, Joven shared information that Colonel Defensor protected, gave financial and other assistance to the other principals after the commission of the crime and covered up the crime committed as evidenced by the fact that he did not initiate the filing of any case arising from Delphine's killing. Further, Joven said that the Iloilo City Police Office has a CCTV system that recorded the entry of the adventure with the respondents Morante, Escorial, Joven, De Felipe, and Liboon on board and entering and leaving the ICPO premises after the killing of Del on the day after the killing of Del. Joven narrated that Police Colonel Defensor ordered that the ICPO's CCTV footage of that day be erased in order to destroy the evidence. Yun lang po ang summary, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige, maraming salamat and we condolence sa inyong pamilya. Congressman Ernix Dionisio, you have the floor. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, I'd like to ask lang sana ng mabilisan before I give my short manifestation. Do we have any representatives from Department of Justice?
Yes,
good
we do.
afternoon, good afternoon, Mr. Chair and Your Honors. I am Prosecutor Wesley Yang, Your Honor.
Hi, Attorney. Tama po ba?
Yes.
Attorney, sa pagkaalam niyo po, ano po ba ang status ng case ng pagkamatay ng ating biktima na si Del Britannico?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ang nangyari kasi walang warrantless arrest na nangyari noon. So, the case went through the regular proceeding of preliminary investigation. The complaint was filed, and after the preliminary investigation, the Department of Justice found probable cause to press charges against 2 police officers, Police Officer Joven and Police Officer Villanueva. Unfortunately, when the warrant of arrest was issued by the Regional Trial Court of Iloilo, Branch 31, ay hindi sila mahanap. So, on our part, we will coordinate with because this case was filed way back October 2021. 21, and this case was delegated to the OCP Iloilo. So we will coordinate, the DOJ will coordinate with OCP Iloilo for the issuance of alias warrant to exert efforts again to locate the whereabouts of these criminals, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. NBI, do we have any information? NBI, are you part of any investigation related to the killing of the victim, Del Britannico?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, as narrated by Mr. Britannico, our Death Investigation Division handled the investigation of the case. Yes, Mr. Chairman, our Death Investigation Division handled the investigation.